Okay, this is my 2009 Honda Fit. Time to put the winter tires on it, which I keep up in storage here in the barn up south of where I live. So I'm in the grass. I don't happen to have a fancy jack with me. All I have the one that goes in the back of the car. Because I've got aluminum rims, I do have those Honda sort of fancy bolts. I had a tough time getting under there. This wheel's had some time to sink into the mud, so there's not a lot of space. First thing you got to do is put a piece of wood under the car to support the jack, otherwise it'll just sink into the dirt. When you're doing the front tire, there's nothing holding it, unless I could put it in gear, but I don't like doing that. So you loosen the nuts while the tire's still touching the ground, and then you can lift it up the rest of the way to pull them off once you've got them started. Okay, here's how high I'm going to want it. Actually, maybe a little bit higher, but I got to let it touch down so I can get these studs or nuts started. It shouldn't take a Herculean effort to break these nuts. Giggity. That should give you some idea how much force is actually necessary when you're tightening them. Okay, here's this fancy Honda thing. So just figure out which way it fits. And that is exact size of the stock nuts. So of course this fits. Now, oh yeah, let's get this thing up a little higher. It's also super handy to keep some cardboard in the car. You never know when you're gonna need it, and it really doesn't take up much space in the trunk. I'm gonna put this guy back in the packaging and take one of the standard ones out. There's no point using fancy wheel nuts with steel rims. All right. I was hanging on a little bit there. Okay, I need the wheel you're sitting on. Not a bad idea to take a minute and just have a quick peek. Your brake pads, and mine are good. They're not new, but I'm a very gentle braker. I can make brakes last years and years. Speaking of nuts, oh here. Always get these started. If you're using power tools, always get them started by hand. And when you get near tight, wobble the wheel to make sure they're centered properly. Once you've got everything hand tight, and crank on it a bit. I tend to hit it until I can hear it squeak. Give it a good lean once I've got the wheel back on the ground. go. I should be able to brake these with just my body weight and a bit of force when it's time to put the summer tires back on. And that's it. Go find your hubcaps and check the tire pressure. I find I've never had to rebalance tires. I just keep flipping them on and off and on and off from season to season. They never seem to go out of balance.